Hello and welcome my beautiful Scorpio minds to a new video. Today I'm in Greece and I tried to find a space that is not too loud. Actually we're in a mountain so it's not super crazy, but next door there was just like a huge family moving in, so they were playing loud music and I wanted to record the video. I was like, but now I'm sitting in front of the gym, so it's all good. Why am I recording this video? Well, I'm recording this video because I shared my experience with you guys on Instagram about negative emotions, about extreme anger, about me not feeling in my own place and space at all. And you said that you wanted to have like a much more in-depth view on all of this. So here I am. Thank you so much for watching and I hope you can take something away from this as well. And basically how it started, I don't know if you know anything about like astrology or something. I'm also like a newbie in this, but I find it like super interesting. And on August the 8th there was actually the Lionsgate portal opening. And what this is doing is that there is basically so much potential for strength, for growth, but then at the same time also a lot of like emotions that are coming up, a lot of like shadows that you can be thrown in front of. Basically your inner self allowing itself to come up. And if you handle it correctly, you can experience a lot of growth, a lot of acceptance, a lot of love and gratitude in it. But it can also just feel super overwhelming if you don't really know what's going on, and then you basically lose yourself. So I was basically a little bit in the middle. I was feeling like really overwhelmed. I mean, we're in a new space. I'm living with friends, and usually at home I live with myself all the time. So this is also a challenge, a really nice challenge that is, but it's still a challenge. So how I felt was kind of like overwhelmed, a little bit stressed, but I got stressed by things that are so minor. Nothing happened. I just basically like got so stressed, so annoyed, so overwhelmed by having to wait for something. And this something was basically waiting for my boyfriend to go to the gym, waiting for us all to go to the beach. You know, I was always there being like, let's go. I'm like really like on edge. I just want to like do something now without waiting. So I distracted myself for a little bit and I was like, okay, then the others will be ready. But they weren't, so I got like really already like stressed, and then because of the stress I got like really frustrated, and then I basically didn't want to talk. I didn't want to like acknowledge my feelings, acknowledge their feelings in a way. So yeah, this was basically like the start of everything. I just felt like really tense and not relaxed, and like I couldn't slow down, and I just had to like do it right now. Okay, so this then also translated to my business, where I was like, oh, but I'm not making any clients, which then stressed me out even further. You know, also this thing of like, I don't want to wait, I want to like be on top of my business already now, even though it's not the time yet. So this like also stressed me out so much, without even really noticing, you know. It was just always at the back of my head, and I'm like, but I know what's going on. I know that it's not that bad. I know that everything is going perfectly fine, but at the same time, this like feeling of like overwhelmment, overpowerment, just like was still there. And usually I'm pretty good at like making it like flood out of my body, you know, as like energies do. They come in, you feel something, and then you let them release out. But if you don't do that, they get stuck, and you are stuck with these feelings then, and they over time they get bigger and bigger, and they cannot move out. They cannot basically be transformed into another emotion, another feeling that's just so much more powerful. So yeah, basically how that evolved is that I got super angry. I'm never angry. It's just like a state I'm not used to be in, and I also don't really like to be in. But actually, like, it was here where I went for a workout, and my boyfriend also went for a workout, and also here, so minor, but I was already in this like kind of like agitated state. And then he was like, I'm just gonna like drink my drink and then we can go. And I was like, ugh. But I was already ready to like go, and now you're making me wait again. You know, this is nothing. In my brain it doesn't make sense. It's just like, then wait for 2 minutes. Who cares, you know? But in that state, in that mind, I was just like, this is not good. And I just felt, I can't even describe how this feeling was. It just like rushed over me and I couldn't let it go. And then I couldn't even look him in the eyes. I was just really for myself. I started doing handstands, push-ups, all these things, and it just like heightened itself so much, even though nothing happened. I was just doing my workout. But I got so angry during this workout that I even had to like sit on the stairs. I like almost cried. I also wanted to cry the day before, but then I was like, there's no reason to cry, so why cry? But yeah, sometimes flushing these emotions, these energies out is the best thing you can do. So almost cried there, but then I like pushed through. I was like, I'm feeling angry. I'm gonna channel this angerness. I'm gonna smash my workout. I'm gonna make it so good. I actually did. I killed myself. I was so sore the day after. But yeah, right in that moment, I was just like so frustrated. I was so angry. But then I was like, okay, Tanya, you're doing this work for other people, so do this work for yourself as well. I was breathing. I was, you know, getting my energy out. But there was still like something inside of me that I couldn't really like grasp, that I couldn't really get. I was also talking to the other friend the day before about different things from my past, maybe also different things that could influence me still right now that I really haven't seen. So there were all these different thoughts within me. As I said, Lionsgate portal being open, just like this overwhelm of energies just being here. So I went back. I was like, okay, I'm finished. I told my boyfriend I'm finished. And I just like went away because I couldn't like deal with other energies at that moment. I straight away went and took a shower. I sat in the bed. I don't even know what I was doing, maybe reading or something. But yeah, then he came to me and he was like, you know what? Let's have a talk. Is everything okay? And I don't want to really go into like super deep focus or deep into it, but what I can tell you is that it's hard to sometimes take space for yourself. You know, I'm a coach. I help people to get exactly like beyond this, to help them transform their states, to create more happy or like elevated vibrations within their life. Not saying that you can never feel sad or never feel angry ever again, but it's really about how you channel these and how you come out of this like painful state, this like state that's putting you down, that's not really enabling you to like grow beyond yourself. But I hold this space for other people, and I want them to grow beyond themselves and choose a reality that's so much more powerful than the reality they're living in right now. So of course I also do this for myself, but probably not to the extent I do this for other people, because, you know, we get caught up in our everyday life all of the time and we're like, yeah, but I already do this, I already can, I already know everything that's going on within me. But oftentimes we're just kind of like lying to ourselves because our ego takes over and we're like, yeah, but I'm already like good, you know. So yeah, also here, I'm doing this work for me already since like more than 10 years, but still sometimes, and I'm so grateful for this, you get thrown in front of your own shadows and see something that actually hasn't really been integrated that much, or see something that you actually haven't seen before. So this happened a couple times with me before as well, where I was just like lying on the floor and I couldn't do anything because my thoughts were just like going crazy, and I somehow wanted to like integrate it, see how it like affected me throughout the years, to then move on without it or with it as like a benefit, as like a strength, you know. So this really taught me that I'm oftentimes not secure enough with myself, that I oftentimes put people in front of me, or like make them more, what's the right word, more important than myself, that their emotions are more important, that their businesses are more important, that their time is more important than theirs. I kind of always like try to make it work for everybody. So one example would be if everybody's got calls, let's say on Monday, I would be like, okay, then I'm also going to put my calls on Monday, but a client can only on Tuesday. But you know what, then I'm just not going to have the call on Tuesday because everybody's free on Tuesday and we can do something with the group. You know, something like that, where I don't prioritize my own time, my own business, my own wishes over other people's. And this is a strength, but this is also a downside. So I really realized that as well. But then I also felt like I wasn't being seen, or I am not being seen by the world, by people, by my possible clients. That they're basically just said, yeah, but Tanya, why should I work with Tanya? You know, just all these like deep insecurities where I felt like, okay, but I'm basically like people are walking all over me. Something like that, right? And this also comes like a deep belief within me that is not that strong anymore, thank the universe. But it's still there, and sometimes it comes out. And even now, like, as I said, I'm living with 3 people in a house, which is amazing, and I love it, and I definitely don't want to live alone anymore because I just feel like it just doesn't fit anymore. But it just gets, like, I get thrown in front of like situations where sometimes I can just escape from it. You know, when I'm on my own, I watch YouTube, I do something else, I go for a run, I go for a walk with my dog. I basically distract myself from everything. But here, I just cannot, because I have like an action which is triggered by a reaction from a different person. So it's like a mirror. So this also triggered the whole angerness situation, I feel like. But yeah, I'm so grateful for my boyfriend because he held this space. He was really there. He allowed me to cry. He allowed me to actually like talk, because also here he asked me like, what's wrong? I was like, no, there's nothing wrong. It's just like me. But then he really opened it up. He opened up the space until I was able to like channel my own thoughts, channel my own emotions and bring it to word. Because that's something I struggle with a lot of times as well. But basically the baseline of the story is that I was sitting here and I was like, I'm done with waiting. I'm done with waiting. So I'm not letting myself being dragged down so much by society, by my thoughts, by everything basically. And I'm done. I'm just ready. I'm let it go. And since then the meditations have been like amazing. Also this morning was just like, what the hell is happening? But yeah, just if you have any questions, if you want me to elaborate something further, if you have anything you want me to talk about, put it down below in the box. I would love to see you there. And also if you want to like talk to me, come over on Instagram, book yourself a call. If you're interested in working with me and actually like elevating your emotions and work through all of these like shadows and like mirrors that you put in front of, feel free to join me one-on-one. I'm also opening up group sessions, so you're also like having this amazing community to deepen into each other's or dive into each other's experiences. So yeah, thank you so much for being here. Thank you so much for listening, and I would love to catch up with you. All right, thank you so much and have a super beautiful day. Love you guys.